Hello and welcome back everyone to Day's Investor Market Analysis. Today I want to break down what Professor Aswath Damodaran, known as the Dean of Valuation, just said about the current tariff war and how it's shaking the market at one of his latest lectures at New York University. And yes, he actually mentioned two specific stocks he's watching currently during all this, and I will share what they are near the end. But first, let's understand how he sees this crisis and what we can learn from his perspective. Earlier this month, April 2025, the US government announced a new round of tariffs, extra taxes on imported goods. These sudden trade restrictions created panic, especially in the stock market. According to Professor Damodaran, US markets lost about 9% of their value, which is more than $5.3 trillion in market cap, wiped out almost overnight. Tech stocks fell over 11%, and energy stocks dropped more than 14%, partially because oil prices came down too. When people hear tariffs, they immediately think of higher costs, lower profits, and slower global growth, and that fear hit fast. But here is something that caught Professor Damodaran's attention. Markets in China and India barely reacted. In fact, their stock indices stayed relatively stable compared to the US. What is his explanation? And he says these economies have large domestic markets and can rely more on internal demand instead of just global trades. That's actually an important point. Even in a global crisis, different regions respond differently. And now the part you might have been waiting for to hear. Professor Damodar rarely talks about individual stocks, but in this lecture he shared two companies that he thinks are worth watching. The first company is BYD, China's biggest electric vehicle manufacturer. He's always been cautious with Chinese stocks because of the government interference. But now, with how BYD is positioned, he thinks it's worth a closer look. And the second company is Mercado Libre with the ticker symbol of MELI, the largest e-commerce company in Latin America. Damodaran has analyzed it before and he still sees it as a high quality business with real long term potential. Now, to be clear, he's not giving a buy signal, but he's just showing that even during a chaotic time, smart investors focus on companies with solid fundamentals. Damodaran believes crises like this follow a pattern. A major news shock, panic selling, aftershocks where people guess what happens next, and finally, the real impact shows up in the economy. And what's his advice? He says don't try to predict every move. Instead, use these moments to reevaluate the value of businesses, not react emotionally. I really like this lecture because it's a reminder that investing isn't about guessing headlines, but it's about understanding value and staying calm when others are panicking. If that's your style too, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, check out the playlist called Market Analysis right here on my channel. I'll be sharing more market breakdowns like this regularly. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.